One of the reasons I'm a big advocate is because so Charmel is an all boys school. So I went to all boys school from eighth grade to senior year of high school. And just by being in that type of environment, we talked about women a lot, naturally. And one of the things we would talk about, we call it lunch table talks, which I wish podcasts were popular because if we would have had a podcast at lunch table talks, oh my goodness. But besides the point. So one of the things we would talk about were women in sports. And one at first it started off as a I like athlete women because they can relate. If I say I'm going to the gym at midnight to shoot 500 shots, you're not going to look at me crazy. You're probably going to want to come. So there was a bonding factor, right? And then as you get a little older, mostly when I get to college, you start to see, okay, we have lift at 6 a.m. The girls lift at 5 a.m. Hmm, snap. I come, we got practice at, I don't know, we used to practice in the morning. Girls have practice at like 2:30. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, a lot of men, I ain't going to class today, bro. I'm chilling. I'm gonna be a pro. Like that's how men are. Women, nah, I'm going to class. Y'all have the same schedule we have. Actually going to class. Come home. I got homework. Actually doing your own homework. A lot of men, hey, shorty, can you do this for me? Or like, what? Actually doing your. So I'm starting to see this in real life. Like, yo, they working way harder than us, but they still staying on campus, and we in a brand new apartment building, and they win more. They went to the Sweet 16 last year in the NCAA tournament, and we won 10 games. I started to actually see that in real life, and it's like, nah, this ain't right. Now, you want to look at it from a business standpoint, and then my girlfriend at the time, she played basketball, so I literally was with that every day. So then you fast forward, get a little older again, and you get to the business side of everything, and it's like, okay, I understand to a certain degree of why men will get paid more just because they technically bring in more revenue. Okay, cool. But women bring in revenue as well, and they do the same thing that we do. And men get paid so much more to where it's like, bro, we can bridge this gap a little bit. And even if it ain't coming from the owners or whatever, we can create our own little foundations to help. Like, because they doing the same thing we're doing. And on top of the women bodies technically aren't even really built to be athletes. So when they're athletes, it's so bad on their bodies. Like injury rate is higher, all type of stuff that they dealing with. So it's just like I started to really grow a admiration and a true like understanding of like the type of stuff that they really go through. And then you hear idiots say all the time, "Oh, nobody cares about women's sports. Nobody watches this. They don't dunk. They don't do this." And this goes to why you said you asked why don't a lot more men, especially professional athlete men or athlete men in general, support. And I think it comes from because they don't love the game truly themselves. They love what it does for them. Because if you love the game, we're talking about basketball right now. If you love the game of basketball, truly the essence of basketball, then you'll realize women basketball is very impressive because it's all skill and it's a higher IQ. So if you watch a high level women's game, you'll be like, wait a minute, they just ran what play or executed it to the T. Like this is impressive to watch if you know the game well. The average fan doesn't understand the game, which is why fans act the way that they act. Oh, bro, you couldn't score 4 points last night. I messed my parlay up. Like the average fan don't understand what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why you don't get a lot of support, even from athletes. Because a lot of athletes, men, don't understand what's going on themselves. So I think that's more of a like probably a more of a subconscious reason why. But I'm not 100% sure. A lot of people that I know, they kind of support a little bit. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. And I also think it's because it's still really new.